Civilization on Barbarism, an Authentic Anthropology by Dr. Cheikh Anta. Let us say a few words about the book published in 1977, entitled Race and Intelligence, which was edited by Jean-Pierre Hébert, editions Copernic, Factuelles, Paris. I will limit myself to pointing out only the inaccuracies of the fundamental facts of which is based. The contributions to this volume quote Kuhn's thesis, according to which the Erectus sapiens transformation must have taken place in Europe about 200,000 years ago, well before the appearance of the African sapiens, and they remind us that Thoma called Kuhn's work masterly. To uphold their idea, these conservative anthropologists stopped at nothing. They did not hesitate to fabricate a counterfeit Piltdown man, whom the contributors completely and carefully failed to mention, in order to mislead the scientific world for half a century. The motives that are today attributed to these scholarly counterfeiters strike us as being totally unacceptable. Therefore, the theory of European pre sapiens was based on a hoax. And since its keystone has been shown to be false, willfully fabricated, the thesis has lost any coherence. A scholar such as Carlton S. Kuhn does not hesitate to write a paragraph like the following, in which all the figures without exception are false, radically false, as the chronological analysis of the facts has just proven to us. He writes, the oldest known skulls of Homo sapiens, probably both female, are those of Swancombs and Steinham of the Mendel-Reese interglacial period. Dated today between 470,000 years and 300,000 years old in North Africa. The oldest Homo sapiens are between 100,000 and 47,000 years old in East Africa, between 60,000 and 30,000 years old, and in Java, Sarawak, and China, not more than 40,000 years old. What can one call the Homo sapiens of 100,000 years ago in North Africa? In Java, the presence of the Aurignacian industry would seem to link the Homo sapiens sapiens to the same Negroid stock. There is a very strong tendency among ideologues to arrange facts to suit themselves. Thus, another world-renowned British scholar, Sir Cyril Burt, did not hesitate to falsify the results of the so-called IQ experiments on monozygotic and dizygotic twins. According to him, the correlation between the IQs of the twins brought up separately was 0.771 when carried to the third decimal, whereas the twins raised together, it was as much as 0.944. A priori, such consistency in this relationship up to the three decimal points seems surprisingly. A countercheck done by J. Kamen, professor of psychology at Princeton University, and A. Clark of Hull University proved that this IQ study was merely a hoax, comparable in all aspects to that of Piltdown Man, having been put forth to prove the innate intelligence of some races and the inferiority of others. The contributors of Race and Intelligence are not naive. They have read Thoma's entire article, so they knew perfectly well that, when placed in context, Thoma's reference to Kuhn's work as masterly was not a compliment. It is a customary precaution taken by an author before demolishing an adversary's thesis. Thoma, while being an adherent of the polycentric thesis, avoids falling into the same trap as Kuhn, who, in order to safeguard the individuality of the European race, rejected any notion of a migration. But Thoma nevertheless got bogged down in insurmountable difficulties, as we have shown, because polycentrism, a common sense the thesis, is scientifically indefensible today. There is no need for us to return to the precise chronological data and the other facets already presented here that oblige us to reject polycentrism as a Homo erectus stage, unless we want to indulge in pure ideology. And I will stop there and we'll return with Civilization or Barbarism. I'm Uriel Riley. Thank you.